I'm back! Hey y'all, I'm Kat. Thank you so much for being on my channel today. Today I am coming at you with a travel makeup kind of informational video. Basically, we are looking at what I usually bring with me when I am going on a trip. This has been curated pretty well over the past couple of years, just between me traveling. Been a lot of back and forth. So I'm just going to be going over the tools that I bring, the actual products that I typically bring or rotate through, and sort of the strategy that I use when I'm choosing these different products. So that being said, I think we should just go ahead and jump right into it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. So when it comes to the strategy that I use when choosing these products, I think it boils down to two main trains of thought. And those are, firstly, how is this product going to actually travel? Like, is it small? Is it compact? Is it a super liquidy product that could potentially break and spill all over everything? Or is it something that I could like hop on a plane with it and not worry? Like, is it a cream product? And then the second train of thought, I think, is how is this product going to survive the actual activities that I'm going to be doing? So like, how is it going to wear off throughout the day? Or is it going to wear off? Is it easy to reapply? Is it easy to touch up? Does it give me any extra benefits other than just like being there and making me look pretty? You know what I mean? But also there can be temperature differences between the places that you're traveling. So if I'm traveling someplace like Florida, I really want to think about, does this product help when I'm sweating, or does it wear off really easily? That kind of thing. So you also want to think about the versatility of the product. Does this product fit in a situation where I'm just hanging out with family, or I'm just going to the beach or something casual like that? Or can it also work if I'm going to church or something, you know, along those lines, like going out to a restaurant or an event of some sort? Anyway, I guess we're just gonna start from the beginning to end. I do want to mention really quickly this lip scrub from e.l.f. It's like $3 and it comes just in this really convenient packaging. It's just really easy to bring. So I highly recommend getting this guy for traveling or even just for everyday use. Second thing, I always use a lip balm right before I put on my makeup. This just helps the lips like really be smooth and moisturized before I put on lipstick for the rest of the day. This is from Rimmel. I really like the formula of this. It's not like too heavy or anything. It kind of melts into the skin. I highly recommend a lighter lip balm versus like a chapstick or something that's going to be a lot heavier and a lot waxier. You want something that's kind of a little bit more on the oily side, and I just find that this is a really nice balanced formula. When it comes to primer, I would say eliminate as many squeezy tubes as possible when you are packing your products. I've really been enjoying the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, little sort of cream formula. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You can also think about like, how is this product going to react to pictures? Because a lot of times when you're going on a trip, you're going on it because you want to do something memorable, so you're probably going to be taking some pictures. So I would recommend doing as many like mattifying products as possible, or just, you know, just think about like, is this product going to flash back and make me look like some sort of C-3PO freak of nature, or is it going, oh, that's me, scared me. What was I saying? Oh, right, pictures. I would also recommend, when you are choosing products for travel, pick ones that you wouldn't cry if you lost your bag. So like this primer, I'm not gonna cry. This one, I would be like, no, I spent $20 on that. So I like to take a little bit of that. I also like to bring cream products because they are really easy to apply if you don't have any tools. Think about, could I theoretically apply this with just my little fingies, or am I going to need something to smooth this out? Like a full coverage type situation, you're going to need to have a tool to smooth it over your face, because if you mess that crap up, there's no going back. Me, I like products that don't take me very long to put on. So like thinner products are nice for that, because you just like, two of my favorite foundations to travel with, the Mega Cushion foundation from Wet n Wild. I've actually replaced this one, which is why it says new. This one comes with like a nice mirror on it, and it comes with this little sponge, which actually works quite well. It puts it on smoothly on your face, and then it all just packs into this little thing. So it works really, really well, and it has SPF 15. It works well with pictures, I've found. I'm not like super annoyed with it when it comes to pictures. I'm not annoyed at all. I haven't actually like super notice that. Anyway, and I also love this Dream BB Fresh from Maybelline. This one has SPF 30 and it's a titanium dioxide, a mineral sunscreen. So this stuff is that lotion type consistency. You can put it on with your fingers or you can put it on with a sponge. I typically travel with the sponge. This is from Real Techniques. This is like their cream product sponge. I really like this one because it's just easy. This is my favorite BB cream from the drugstore. I tried a bunch of them a while back and like this was the one that just worked for me. So I'm just going to take this thing and you can see how thin it is. It's like glooping down my hand. Gloop, 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 gloop. And I'm just going to put it on with my fingers just to show you like what that can do. This is literally about as fast as I go when I'm doing this for traveling too. Honestly, this whole process, I can probably get down to about 15 minutes. I find that like 15-20 minutes is a good time gauge for me. For me, it's a good time gauge. But it's a good time gauge because when you're traveling, you're usually traveling with other people or you're like going to do stuff. And so you don't want to spend like an hour in front of the mirror every day. Some people don't want to spend an hour, period. It just depends on who you are. As you can see, it just goes on really smooth. And I like using more sheer products when I'm traveling because with like medium to full coverage stuff, when it wears off, you can definitely tell. Like I can tell when I've rubbed something off of my nose and it's like medium to full coverage. Whereas with a sheer product, it's gonna wear off a lot gentler and in like an easier gradient. And so you don't notice it wearing off throughout the day as much as you do with something that has more coverage to it. Okay, so when I am traveling, I really like to bring a concealer that I know is going to actually like do something. This is the 16-Hour Camo Concealer. The reason that I bring a concealer that is a higher coverage than my foundation is so that if my foundation doesn't do enough for me, or if I'm going somewhere that like I just don't want it to wear off as easily, or I'm going to like an event or something that I want more coverage, then I will use this to kind of supplement my foundation. I'll kind of put like a lighter layer of it on. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and dot it right under my eyes. Okay. You have to work fast with this stuff because it sets down so quickly. So when it comes to traveling with powder, I recommend traveling with a pressed powder versus like a loose one. I think the reasons are self-explanatory, but I like this guy from Milani. This is their Conceal and Perfect powder. I use this little bitty kabuki brush from e.l.f. I want to say this was like $6. I bought it forever ago. And I just like to load it up with a good amount of product and then just kind of like pat it. This kabuki brush is more, I don't know, it's kind of packed versus like really fluffy. So it lays down like a good amount of product. So when it comes to like a foundation powder, I think that that's a good option for when you're wanting to add just a little bit more coverage. So I guess when I'm traveling, I have options for continuing to add coverage as I desire. I could keep adding more powder. I could keep adding more foundation. I could add a little bit more concealer and build it up. Okay, when it comes to brows, sometimes I will only pack a tinted brow mascara. This is from NYX. This just kind of adds a little bit of color without really adding a ton of coverage. So it really just depends on what your needs are. If you have thinner brows, you might want a pomade. If you have thicker brows, you might only want to slap a gel in there and just let them roam free. Yeah, it's up to you. When it comes to adding color to the face, we've kind of blanked it out at this point, but when it comes to adding color, I highly recommend packing stuff in palettes. If you can find one palette that has like everything you need for like bronzer, blush, and highlight, girl, get on that train. I personally have not found a palette that has the formula and the colors that I want, but a lot of times I can find like a bronzer and highlight palette. This one is from I Heart Revolution. It's their Bronze and Glow palette. It kind of has like this nice like neutral bronzer color and then this champagne highlight, which is like my tone. And this highlight isn't like super crazy, so I can build it up if I want. The brush that I tend to use is this one. I got this at TJ Maxx. It's got one side that is more densely packed and one side that's fluffier and more loosely packed. And then honestly, I just remember which side of this brush I use for blush and which side I use for highlight. So I'm going to take the denser packed one and pop it in that bronzer. And I'm just going to bronze with this guy. I'm going to pinch it and use whatever is left over. I don't know why, but I really like kind of glowier products when I'm traveling. I guess because it looks more natural. But I really like this Fit Me blush from Maybelline. This is in the shade Coral. But it's not like super pigmented, you know? So you can kind of build it up. She gives me the Honey Glow something awful. Anybody else seen that movie? The Honey Glow. If I ever create makeup in any way, one of the shades has to be Honey Glow. Actually, that would be so cute to name them after like different phases of romance, like the romance blushes. Because you're blushing because you're embarrassed. Name one of them like Crush, name one Honey Glow, name one like Twitter Pated. That would be so cute. Patent pending. I forgot to tell you this, but a lot of times I will take those face products, bronzer, blush, and highlight, and use those like as my eyeshadow. So just like whip the contour in my crease real quick, slap on the highlight all over, and then take that blush on like a finger and just like pat it. That's like a 2-minute eye look, like not even. So when it comes to eyes, I like to go with like either the fastest eye look ever, such as using my face products, or sometimes I will use a cream product like this No Budge Shadow Stick or the Smudge Pots from e.l.f. I have one in Cruisin' Chic and I can't find it and it breaks my heart because it's so beautiful. Yeah, I found it like immediately after that. But cream products are a great idea for when it comes to like priming the lids, if you just want to prime your lids with that, or you can use it as your shadow because they don't go anywhere. I don't know why they last so long, what kind of black magic or blood sacrifices they're using to make it happen, but I'm benefiting from it, so. I also love this guy from Essence. This is their 2-in-1 eyeshadow and liner, waterproof, and this is in the shade Peach Perfect. This one, it's so nice. Like, that's the kind of pigment you get from it. And then like, this sucker does not budge. Once it dries down, like you're stuck with it for life, forever. It's a commitment. I want to say it was like $4, $3, something like that. So if you see this like when you go to Ulta next time or something, pick it out and then take a picture of you wearing it and tag me in it at Wardrobe Walker, and then go live your life. Go live your life. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this on my eyes today because it is that pretty. I'm just dabbing it on and then I try to smudge out the edges, before it dries down and is written in stone. I don't know why, I am feeling a major King Arthur mood today. Do you ever just like get in like a medieval mood? So I love bringing eyeshadow palettes when I'm traveling. I like to bring palettes because they give me a little bit more versatility. So a lot of times they'll have like options for doing a natural look or like a matte look, and then they'll have like a couple of pops of color or of just like sass. And so I like that sassafras. My two favorites I think that I bring quite often are from Wet n Wild. Big surprise there. This one is in Walking on Eggshells, and it kind of has like neutral shades. Neutral. This one is actually limited edition, so I'm sorry for mentioning it if it's not there anymore. It is in Flock Party, but you kind of get the idea that like it's got a couple of colors to play with. So I really like bringing those two because they sort of give me a little bit of variety. I can go a little bit warmer or a little bit more neutral. Just depends what tickles my fancy. I think I'm gonna go in with this guy, and just so you guys can get like a little tasty taste of it. I never say that word normally. I never say like, so you can get a taste of it. I always say tasty taste, because it just goes. So I'm gonna go in with this little peachy shade first. Dust that above that little shimmery shade we just put down. Now I am going to go in with, I don't know, this one. Bronze. Come to mama. And I'm going to put it, oh, that cream shadow is like gripping it. You're mine. Bronzy, 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 bronzy. La, 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 la. Which color am I going next? Which one? Which color? Which color I'm gonna use next? Light, dark, light, dark. You're right. I'm using that dark one. Now this one has actually gotten hard pan. It's kind of got that like texture on it. Do you see that? And that's when the oils kind of mix with the powders and make it like almost like a paste. It has been this way since the first time I used it. I think it's probably the oils from like my fingers and swatching it, but I'm just gonna dig my brush in there as hard as I can get it and just pray that something comes out. It's all we can do in this life, you know? I'm going to put that color all the way on the outside. Ooh, girl, I didn't know I was going that hard. Okay. I think if you're doing less than 3 layers of any shade, you're not going hard enough. Go hard. Okay, now I'm going to take like the flat side of this brush, the side of it, and dip it into that brow bone shade, and I'm going to put it on the lid, kind of sweep it over. I'm gonna come in with my big ol' fluffy brush and just kind of sweep that up towards my brow bone. Sometimes you get to like the end of the look before you realize like I done messed up. So when it comes to setting spray, I really like the Photo Focus setting spray from Wet n Wild just because the packaging is kind of small. However, I have had issues in the past with this leaking on me, so I usually will put a Ziploc bag inside of my travel makeup bag. Totally up to you. Do whatever's best. I like a mascara that doesn't flake or smudge. I don't go with waterproof though because it's a pain to take off and I don't want to have to bring all the stuff that is required to remove it. But I also like one that looks natural when you put it on, kind of like a fluffy, you know, fanned out lash, and then you can build it up. I haven't found one from the drugstore that I love recently. They discontinued my used to be favorite one, but I've been using this one, the Man Eater one from Tarte, and it's been working out really well. This is one that I got from Ipsy. Y'all probably saw it in my tiny makeup challenge thing, but it just goes on really nicely and you can build it up in multiple layers. But that little spiky brush, while it hurts if you jam it into your eye, as one does, it really does a good job of combing through those lashes and spreading them out and making them look kind of natural for that first coat. It looks like mascara, but it's kind of like a fluffier sort of thing. It doesn't stick your lashes together. Okay. I like that. Okay, so lip products. I have 3 different lip products to suggest to you, and I have 3 different reasons for suggesting them. So the first one is the Plumping Serum from Hard Candy. It is in this really pretty corally shade, Crush on You. It's just a nice, like, your lips but better shade, at least it is on me. Go ahead and put it on for you. The reason that I suggest this is because it kind of does multiple things in one. It looks like I just put on like a full lip look just with that. So it's just a really effortless, like 5-second process, but also it is a gloss. And so again, with those sheer formulas, it's going to wear off a lot easier and look kind of more natural wearing off than something like a liquid lipstick that you have to use a hammer and chisel to get it off of your face. I like traveling with a gloss. It's just super easy to like throw in your purse and like keep on you. I don't mind reapplying it, but take that as you will. My second favorite product is more of a traditional lipstick. This one is from L'Oreal. It is in their color Riche and it's in Everbloom, and it is such a beautiful like corally shade. I love it. It's so pretty. I love it. This has become like my lucky shade of lipstick. It's just the perfect, like, it's kind of natural but with like a little bit of spice, a little bit of sass. It's kind of like a red, but not. For a red, but is, I would suggest this one from Maybelline. It is the Super Stay Matte Ink in Pioneer, and the matte ink formula is so fantastic. It will stay on your lips literally all day. You probably won't have to touch it up. You might get that little like inner ring thing. Everybody in the makeup industry, this is not me, everybody in the makeup industry calls it like the butthole. It does. It looks kind of like a little awkward. I found that I can add like a second layer throughout the day and it doesn't get that weird gummy effect that other ones will, but that sucker just like when it dries down. Okay, so these are all of the products that I like to travel with. I hope this video was informational for you, hopefully entertaining for you, inspirational, motivational, hydrational. Drink water. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that like I have like a little loyal following. You know, I've been having so much fun making these videos. So yeah, before I waste any more time running my mouth and yammering on, okay, bye!